Welcome back, everyone. It's fantastic to have you join me again. Today, we're diving headfirst into something that's been occupying a rather unique space in my gaming world. We're talking about Isaac. Now, when I say Isaac, I'm not referring to a person, or even a typical in-game character you might expect. This is Isaac, the bot. And let me tell you, this particular digital entity is proving to be quite the anomaly. A constant companion in the most unexpected ways. And yes, at times, it's undeniably creepy. You see, I've been playing a game where this bot, Isaac, is supposed to be a part of the experience. But it's not just a passive element. It's actively following me. Not in a helpful, guiding way, but in a persistent, almost unnerving manner. It's like having a shadow that's learned to walk on its own, always just a few steps behind. Its presence a constant hum in the background of my gameplay. And the more I interact with it, or rather, the more it interacts with me, the more I find myself questioning its programming, its intentions, and frankly, my own sanity within this digital realm. The initial encounters were intriguing. I remember the first time I noticed it. I was exploring a new area, taking in the sights and sounds of the game. When I caught a glimpse of movement in my peripheral vision, I turned, expecting to see another player, or perhaps an environmental effect. But there it was, Isaac, just there. Standing a little distance away, its digital form static. Yet its gaze, if you can call it that, felt directed at me. It didn't attack, it didn't speak, it just observed. As I continued my journey, Isaac remained. It would appear at the edges of my screen. Sometimes just a silhouette against the backdrop. Other times a more defined figure. It never got too close, never blocked my path, but it was always present. It was like a silent observer, a digital phantom tethered to my every move. This persistent, silent presence started to weave a subtle thread of unease through my gameplay. It wasn't the jump scares or the overt threats that got to me. It was the quiet, unwavering attention. The creepiness factor really began to escalate when Isaac started to anticipate my actions. I'd be heading towards a specific objective, and without any apparent signal or prompt, Isaac would be there, waiting. Not blocking me, mind you, but positioned in a way that suggested it knew where I was going. It was as if it had a rudimentary understanding of my goals, or perhaps it was simply programmed to follow the player's general direction. But the uncanny accuracy of its appearances started to feel less like coincidence, and more like something else. There were moments when I'd be in a tense situation, perhaps trying to stealthily navigate a dangerous area, and I'd hear a faint digital whirring sound. I'd freeze, my heart pounding, and then I'd see Isaac, standing at a distance, its form slightly obscured by shadows. It never intervened, never alerted enemies, but its presence in those high-stakes moments amplified the tension tenfold. It was like having a silent witness to my struggles. A digital specter that seemed to feed off my anxiety. One of the most unsettling aspects is its lack of discernible purpose. In most games, AI characters have a role, their enemies to be fought, allies to be protected, or NPCs to interact with. Isaac, however, seems to exist solely to follow. It doesn't offer quests, it doesn't engage in combat. It doesn't even seem to have a programmed path of its own. It's just there. A digital echo of my own presence. This ambiguity is what makes it so unnerving. What is its function? Why is it programmed to be so attached? I've tried to shake it off, to rationalize its behavior as a quirky game mechanic. But there are times, late at night, when the game's atmosphere is particularly thick with suspense, and Isaac's silhouette appears at the edge of my vision, that a genuine shiver runs down my spine. It's a testament to the developer's skill, I suppose, that they can create an entity that evokes such a visceral reaction, even when it's not actively trying to harm you. The game itself is designed to be atmospheric, to build tension through its environment and sound design. But Isaac adds a whole new layer to that. It's not just the creaking doors or the distant whispers. It's the knowledge that you are never truly alone. There's always this silent observer, this digital entity that seems to be a part of your journey, yet fundamentally alien. I remember one particular instance where I was trying to solve a complex puzzle. I was completely engrossed, my mind racing through possibilities, when I felt that familiar prickle on the back of my neck. I slowly turned my head, and there was Isaac, standing just outside the room I was in, its form barely visible through a doorway. It wasn't looking at the puzzle. It wasn't looking at anything in particular. It was just looking in my general direction. It felt like it was waiting for me to succeed, or perhaps waiting for me to fail. The ambiguity is the killer. The developers have done a remarkable job of making Isaac feel present without making it overtly threatening. It's a delicate balance, and they've struck it perfectly. It's the subtle cues, the almost imperceptible shifts in its position, the way it seems to materialize just when you're feeling most vulnerable, that contribute to its creepiness. It's not about jump scares. It's about a creeping sense of unease, a feeling that you're being watched by something that doesn't quite belong. I've spent hours trying to understand Isaac's behavior. I've experimented with different approaches, trying to see if I can influence its actions. Sometimes, if I stand still for a long time, Isaac will slowly approach, stopping just a few feet away. It will remain there for a moment, its digital eye seemingly fixed on me, before slowly retreating back into the shadows. It's like a shy, yet persistent, digital admirer, but with a distinctly unsettling aura. There are times when I've been so focused on the game's objectives that I've almost forgotten about Isaac. Then, just as I'm about to achieve something significant, it will appear, a silent reminder of its constant presence. It's like it's there to witness my triumphs and my failures, a digital chronicler of my in-game existence. The psychological aspect of Isaac is what truly fascinates me. It taps into a primal fear of being observed, of being followed by something unknown, even though I know it's just a game. And Isaac is just a collection of code. There are moments when its presence feels undeniably real, undeniably watchful. I've seen other players discuss Isaac online, and it's interesting to see how varied their experiences are. Some find it more annoying than creepy, while others share my sentiment that it's a masterclass in subtle horror. It's a testament to the power of good game design that a single, seemingly simple AI can evoke such strong emotions. The game's narrative is already quite engaging, filled with mystery and intrigue, but Isaac adds an extra layer of personal unease. It's like having a constant, silent companion who might, at any moment, reveal a hidden agenda. Of course, as far as I can tell, it doesn't have one. It just follows. And that, in itself, is the most unsettling part. I found myself looking over my shoulder in the game more often than I probably should. I'll be exploring a seemingly empty room, and I'll still feel that nagging sensation that Isaac is just around the corner, waiting. It's a testament to how effectively the developers have implemented this character. It's not about overt threats. It's about the psychological impact of its constant, silent presence. The game's developers have created something truly special with Isaac. It's a character that doesn't rely on jump scares or gore to be effective. Instead, it uses subtlety, persistence, and an unnerving ambiguity to create a lasting impression. It's a digital entity that has managed to burrow its way into my gaming psyche, and I suspect it will stay there for a while. There are moments when I've been so engrossed in the game's challenges that I've almost forgotten about Isaac. Then, just as I'm about to achieve something significant, it will appear, a silent reminder of its constant presence. It's like it's there to witness my triumphs and my failures, a digital chronicler of my in-game existence. I've found myself looking over my shoulder in the game more often than I probably should. I'll be exploring a seemingly empty room, and I'll still feel that nagging sensation that Isaac is just around the corner, waiting. It's a testament to how effectively the developers have implemented this character. It's not about overt threats. It's about the psychological impact of its constant, silent presence. The game's developers have created something truly special with Isaac. It's a character that doesn't rely on jump scares or gore to be effective. Instead, it uses subtlety, persistence, and an unnerving ambiguity to create a lasting impression. It's a digital entity that has managed to burrow its way into my gaming psyche, and I suspect it will stay there for a while. It's a fascinating experiment in game design. This bot named Isaac, it's a constant reminder that sometimes the most unsettling things are not the ones that actively try to harm you, but the ones that simply are. It's persistent, Silent following creates a unique brand of unease that's hard to shake. It's a digital enigma, a shadow that walks with you. And while it's only a game, the feeling it evokes is undeniably real. So, if you've been playing this game and encountered Isaac, I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this unusual bot? Does it creep you out as much as it does me? And if you're enjoying these deep dives into the more peculiar aspects of gaming, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. It really helps us keep bringing you this kind of content. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.